Rescue operations were put on hold at the Langlaagte mine until further notice on Sunday. This after reports of a fire breaking out underground. 4 illegal miners were rescued and 3 bodies pulled out on Sunday. There are fears of more bodies trapped inside the unused mine. 2 of the illegal miners who were brought to the surface have been arrested. The illegal miners reportedly went underground on Wednesday and have been missing since then.
My brother is still trapped down. I was having a hope that he's still alive, but now I'm no longer having that hope because there were some guys that were trapped there inside. Some of them, they came out the day before yesterday. Those guys, they bring some phone there. That's where we got an evidence that that man is no longer alive. They brought his phone. They called me early in the morning yesterday asking me about his phone. I told them that he's using a Samsung, the black Samsung. They said that's the phone that they have. I said, no, you must switch on that phone so that I can call you. Maybe I can have an evidence. They switched on that phone and they called it. It rang. So specifically, that man is no longer alive.
The reason the rescue operation was suspended is because it was very risky for the rescuer to continue with the operation because the space is very confined. And, you know, as I explained, that at one tunnel, it's about 30 centimeters tunnel that you have to crawl, and for 7 meters to be able to reach where the mine are trapped. So it was very risky for them to do that because they need oxygen, because there's toxic gas that is in the mine, so they couldn't move over to the other side, and they have just decided to suspend the operations. They are having a meeting with the Department of Mineral and Energy this morning at 10 o'clock, and then from that meeting, then they will decide as to what needs to happen.
And ANN7 reporter Giovanni Machane joins us live from Langlaagte on site there. A very good morning to you. 2 more miners have surfaced. Have we managed to get word from them yet regarding the conditions underground or how many people are still underground?
Morning to you, Lauren, and morning to the viewers at home. As we understand, it is not only one group that is down underground. There are multiple groups with number of miners. The problem is that not the miners that weren't the ones who were stuck underground are still there. We spoke to a few of them. Apparently, a few months ago, a group of 51 miners went down, and it is actually a war zone. It's a rival war zone because gangs have their groups of illegal miners to get the gold and so forth. But with me, I have Patrick Molopegi, who is part of South Africa's Small Mining Business Forum, who's just going to tell us the dynamics and actually what is happening with illegal mining in South Africa. Dumelang, thank you for being with us.
Okay.
So just explain to us, from a formal business mining forum, what do you understand from the illegal mining that is happening in South Africa?
Okay, from the inception of these mines, like this one, George Harrison, it's the first mine in Joburg. I should think I was not born by then, but it has been open like this. And then what transpired when we grew up actually to this age, we started fighting mining companies because we saw, you know, all these shenanigans happening. So what we did, we formed small cliques. There's cliques and cliques in every zone, like Meadowlands, Diepkloof and everything. So I was fighting with the mining companies to consolidate the whole cliques so that it becomes one, and then so that we can be heard by these mining companies. Because even the government, it has never taken this thing serious. Because what they do, there's budgets coming out for this rehab. What they're doing, it's shady jobs for 10 million. I mean, look, I mean, they've spent, you know, more than 20-30 million for this thing, for this shaft, but nothing is happening. These guys can, you know, go through and do their illegal mining. So what we actually are fighting for, it's the rehabilitation budget that the minister, it's actually refusing for the budget to be, you know, tapped for this thing. We invited Australian companies that are, even 3 South African companies that are experienced in rehabilitation. We know there is no, I can attest, even today, there is no black companies that can do proper rehabilitation. We don't want shady jobs. What I said to them, I said, invited Australians, there's 2-3 white companies that are experienced in this. They came together with us as communities and as small businesses and said, look, what can you do, you know, to them? They said, Pat, let's take you to test. They did, a breakdown. We taught all these mines. But when you go to the minister, they close the door. They open up for corrupt politicians that come and say we can rehabilitate. What you need to do with this thing, you don't close the shafts. You open cast the whole area. You've got maps. If it starts in Crown Mines, you open it out. You start rehabilitating, putting whatever, material that needs to, to actually make the land to be stable. So that's what needs to be done here. So we are appealing. I've been working with the DDG of minerals, and he's very, very helpful. And the only people that are not helpful, it's the minister and the DG, which I don't know them. Even the procurement of minerals, they are useless. They don't know what they're doing. So we know it's a political issue when coming to allocating funds and everything. So you should let them come, on board. Let's work together. Let's invite experienced companies with they're willing to empower small companies like our companies around here, black companies, to say we'll teach you. So that we said to them, let's run a pilot project with. There's 3 mines that are a problem in Gauteng. It's Durban Deep and here and in Benoni. How can you not allocate funding for those mines to be properly rehabilitated? So we actually are requesting to them to sit down with us, and then with those companies invite that Australian company, because they know what they're doing. Do the right things. Let them not do corruption, because you cannot rehabilitate by blocking entrances and everything. The mining shafts are still existing. They go 3-4 kilometers, open up. Tomorrow you find something like Lily Mines, where these illegals are. And these people are caught, are gangsters. I don't know how gangsters without permits, without anything, come into a country like this and control themselves. You hear what they're saying now. They say, no one can do anything to them. I mean, even today, you guys could not come in here. If there wasn't something like this, you'll be shot at. I'm telling you, they are ruthless. They can kill you anytime. So we need just communities. We need to make sure that people like this, are actually taken good care of, in a right way. I'm not promoting violence or anything, but in a right way. We need to protect our mines. These are our resources. No one can come in Zimbabwe or in Mozambique and do this thing if you're a South African. Okay.
Well, Lauren, as we've heard, the business forum is frustrated, but there seems to be a bit of action behind me. I know that one of the illegal miners who is a possible illegal miner who came from downstairs says that they are going in. They are going in. They don't care. They have changed. They say they are ready. Whether the EMS wants to help them out is not for them to worry about. They say that they do know that if they go down and they enter into somebody else's territory, they will be shot, there will be a fight that will break out, but they do not care because they want their loved ones rescued.
So, Giovanni, just to clarify, what exactly is happening behind you? Are these family members who have said that they are going in to help the illegal miners that are still underground, or who are these people that are wanting to go in and save these miners that are still trapped underground?
Family and friends are outside, but there are also other illegal miners, not necessarily from this shaft, but a previous experience in terms of years and so forth. They are down here. They say they know the routes and the paths and just the sneaky ways to get through what the rescue team cannot get through. They have changed. They say they are ready and they will go down because they want their colleagues and loved ones saved.